we bought a property just outside of Lima in Lurin, which is just south of the city. We bought a property there. As of right now, it's just a grass field where we envision our dream house being someday.
Well, it was like, we checked like, let's just check one more time, because we're not 100% convinced with the other options and another agencies and whatever that we had. We were really close to buy this other one. But we're like, no, it doesn't tick all our list that we had. And when Gabriela presented this option, well, she kind of presented a couple, and she listened to what we really wanted, what we were looking for land, and also our price that we had for it. And yeah, it's like, we've seen it through pictures, and then when you went there and did the video, I was like, this is the place, like, this is it. What can we do all the way to get it?
They're also super helpful because I don't even know how many times we went, because we wanted to try different routes getting there. We wanted to see what the property was like in the morning. We wanted to see what it was like in the evening. We really wanted to feel convinced that this was the place. And so every time we did that, and I'd be embarrassed if I knew how many times we went, but Hans Property always opened the door for us, let us go in and ask any other questions we had, just feel really confident about this, because this is where we plan to live for however long. I mean, we don't have any kind of set date on that, so we really wanted to make sure this was the place. Yeah, well, this is our first time, and we've always rented properties, so to purchase one, there was quite a few fears that came in. Obviously, one being the commitment level. We had to take a loan from the bank as well, so just the amount of time you have to really put the financials in order and just be very level-headed about the decision, as well as we know that, I mean, Lima is a very rapidly changing landscape here. I mean, there's building projects everywhere, and so what we didn't want to do was find ourselves buying what we thought was our ideal property to find 2-3 years down the line, just, you know, development projects go on. And so we did a lot of research on the codes, the building codes of the area and that, because we wanted to make sure that the dream we have now stays that way, doesn't end up disappointing maybe in a few years' time.
Yeah, and for me was that all the documents, the legal part, obviously was going to be more in my side because of language issue. No? Like, obviously, if he was in the States in English, he will understand more all the legal side. So I had to understand all those papers, and I didn't have any idea, any clue what it meant. You know, like, and so I asked to relatives that are lawyers, kind of advice, but still, it's like anyone can do something. Change a word or whatever in a paper, and then maybe it's a lie, and you are not actually buying the property.
Right.
And you hear a lot of these stories that happen to a lot of people. So for that, it was like, obviously then when I knew it was a Korean involved in all this, I felt more secure that things were gonna go good in the process. But since the beginning with Gabriela, I could tell all the confidence that she was doing the right thing. Like, she put me clear, like, this is A, B, and C, and these are the steps, and just worry about this step now, then it's coming this one, and then explaining me with graphics, with like an email with the steps, with bullet points, and all like baby steps for someone that is the first time you're buying. So for that, gave us a lot of like our anxious, more calm, and in the process, she had obviously the lawyer behind, and when we went and do signing papers, it was not just for our side, obviously for the owner too. And when we met the owner, it was like really good chemistry and contact. Obviously for her, she was leaving her land and something, a lot of stories behind. But us understanding each side, she was really grateful for us being the ones who bought it. And we still in contact too, you know. And it was good there having Hans Property who sat down with both sides. And these are the steps that you guys have to feel, and these are the ones who have to feel. So But yeah, just guiding us through that and knowing that everything was in order, all the papers. That was a lot of like helpful because you already are worrying how much you're going to pay monthly to the bank, and if actually the place is good for you, for your high standards, then you don't want to worry one more thing, if actually the legal stuff is it okay or not. Yes, because we had we asked through another bank, because we were going to buy another property before, so we kind of already were asking to banks for that. But once we put these numbers to Hans Property, they help us to obviously bring the interest less even, and a 0.1 or 0.2, it's a lot of difference.
Yeah, do your research, do lots of research on property value, research on the neighborhood that you wish to live in, the municipalities, just every single detail that you can think of. Do the drive, figure out what your commute looks like, figure out what even your Saturday market shop would look like. Just get a feel for what your life would look like when you're there, and then you need to have trust with the real estate agency. You need to have trust with the people that are around the property, or if you're part of some kind of complex or some kind of trust the people that you're going to be working with and living with. So definitely those two things, research and trust.
Yeah, and make sure that with the real estate, like, is that the one that is going to give you that trust, because obviously we've been in contact with many before, and yeah, you know when this the people have the papers in order or not. You can tell from the beginning. So first, that make sure, because then in the whole process you're not going to be involved 100% in every detail. You're already with a lot of things going on in your life that you need to delegate to someone else, and so just make sure that the real estate is the one that is going to help you a lot.